Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Jeremy with Super Duper Garage. Today we're talking about bulletproof hitches and the adjustable 6-inch drop all aluminum medium duty hitch, and we're going to compare it to just kind of your run-of-the-mill standard drop hitch that you can buy at any parts store or online, and why you need an adjustable hitch. Today we're going to have them hooked up to my truck. We're going to hook the trailer up, which I have my buddy's Jeep driven onto my trailer. That way we can put some weight onto the truck. We're going to do a couple different measurements to just kind of compare how the ride height can change with that adjustable and why you need the ability to adjust it. So we'll get into that, but first let me show you the hitches. So first off, we got your bulletproof hitch, 2.5-inch shank, 2-inch ball, 2 5/16 ball. The 2-inch ball, 10,000 pound max toe, 2 5/16, 14,000 pound ball. Tons of adjustability, and it can be flipped in case your vehicle is really low riding. The truck is not the reason why we need the drop. Your standard style drop hitch, this one is considered a 5-inch drop. This one is from Napa, and this one was rated at 12,000 pounds. So this one's slightly higher for the 5/16 ball. I also went ahead and bought a locking pin from Bulletproof. This one has a couple different spacers depending on what type of receiver hitch you have, whether it's the 2.5-inch like myself or my truck has, or a 3-inch or a 2-inch. This is kind of your one size fits all depending on your truck. One thing you might be thinking, well, what's the price difference between the two? And that's a legitimate question, but the Bulletproof, for what I got, the medium duty 6-inch drop is $269 if memory serves me right. The Napa without the ball is around $94, and I think the ball itself is around $30. But I had bought two different receiver hitches. I first bought, I think it was a 3-inch drop. When I bought my new truck, that's a 23, I matched the drop at first with my old truck, which was a 12, and it was not the right drop. I ran it a couple times, realized this is way too much of an angle. Spent the exact same $94 for that ball. Spin it twice. Now, if you want a 2-inch ball, either you're buying two separate ones or you're having to swap out balls onto the same hitch. So you're having to spend extra money, where the Bulletproof solves that solution. So again, pay attention to what you're spending and how you're spending it. It might save you money in the long run or come out even for a better product. So something to think about. All right, for now, we're gonna hook up that standard one. We're gonna take some measurements and show you why you need that adjustable hitch. All right, before we get started, one thing I wanted to measure is roughly the ride height of the truck before we hook the trailer up to it, which is right around just below 43 inches. So we'll hook up the trailer with the Jeep after, and we'll see how much the truck squats with the Jeep and trailer. All right, first measurement will be of the truck after we added the weight, and just above 41 inches. Hard to do by myself. So about 2 inches it dropped. As we can see, everything is connected for the standard Napa drop. We're going to measure here before we hook up the other hitch, and here not quite 14 3/4 of an inch. And right here with the level, we're not quite level. Now, one other thing, and this is what I wanted to show you, that a friend showed me on my trailer, is back on the leaf springs, this part would hit the frame. And one of the reasons why you want to try to make your trailer as level as possible. So when you're first looking at it, it seemed fairly level. You can tell there's a little bit of rake to the trailer, and we are sitting at a pretty level surface if you kind of look back. But you can see that the trailer is just a little bit angled down. Right now, probably about 7,500 pounds is my guess between the Jeep and the trailer. What we got loaded right now, roughly, give or take a little bit. So I'll probably be a little bit heavier than that once loaded up with spare tire, spare trailer tire, but not significantly more than another 500 pounds or so. So something to think about when you're doing that. So we're going to pull this off, put the adjustable one on. Right now we're not going to the lowest setting. We're going to go to this setting and test it and see where we are at with that setting, and then adjust from there. So as it should be, the squat is basically the exact same between the two. That should make no difference at all. Oops, I forgot my tape measure. We've got the hitch hooked up. Measuring at about the same spot. We've dropped a good, memory serves me correct, a good 3/4 of an inch. I think it was what, right around 14 the first time. We're around 13 1/4. So we've dropped quite a bit. It's still not all that level, but it's way more level, and I'll show you something here in a second. But we still have one more adjustment, which I think I'll go ahead and drop to the bottom. But if you actually step back and look, and it might be hard to tell, but the overall plane does look a little better. So we're going to adjust that real quick to the bottom and see where it goes from there. All right, to adjust it, we'll get the trailer off the jack or off the hitch. All right, you see how easy and simple that is to adjust it. Get it off, pull those quick pins, drop it or raise it depending on what trailer you have. Back pocket, So last measurement was, I think, at 13 1/4. So that dropped it down another 3/4 of an inch. So down to 12 1/2. So I don't think I'm gonna go any lower than that. And as we step back, we can tell that's pretty good. Now again, the vehicle's not fully loaded. I still have a spare to put on. You can kind of see an indication on the trailer right there. That's where I put my full-size spare, trailer spare, on my Jeep, tools and whatever else I might load onto it. So definitely some more weight will be added, but not a whole lot. You can tell why you need adjustable, and just how much difference that dropped. I mean, we're talking almost 2 inches, at least 1.5 inches that has dropped compared to that standard hitch, and that's a pretty big significant drop. So big deal with that. And of course I added that locking pin to it, so anytime I leave it hooked up, I have this nice locked pin. This is secured. It's not going anywhere because this is locked in place. So definitely add that to the cart. I'll put descriptions and links to everything down in the description in the video. So if you have any questions, just let me know. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to tow with this. The next LJ adventure is coming up very soon. I'm going driving all the way to South Dakota with it. So definitely we'll have a big tow trip with it. So definitely excited. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share it.